She
You know,
really is the
I'll
monster
either
here.
be right or pleasantly surprised today.
Well, unfortunately, Cook, get ready to say I told you so.
Worst case scenario, hey, look, worst case scenario, uh, Bastion gets to meet 4 new random monsters.
No, and that's your best case scenario. That's my worst case because I have to make 4 fucking random monsters.
I like the new name. I like the name of the stream.
Oh, I need to go look at it. What's the name? Or you just want to tell me what's the name of the stream?
Are we dead?
We might be. Who knows?
Is this heaven? Is this the
Is
light
this-
at the end of the tunnel?
Hey,
Is this
I
the ring?
know when Diagonite is going to hell. I know this ain't the right place for me.
Yo, I
Is
can't wait
this
for this
just
cloud to
a-
hold
You'd fall through the
Sieko.
clouds anyways.
I know, right?
Caught in a landslide? Or escape from reality?
Oh my god, just please don't.
Oh man.
Diagonite gets sent to heaven, and they're like, "Come take a seat." He falls through.
Oh,
And
the
it's-
seat breaks.
No, the angel just yells "Psych" as you fall down.
Psych!
Oh, that's just not. Oh, all that,
And then
all
the
those
demon-
stairs
and
you
then
had to climb.
Then the devil just like look at you like just with he looks sad. He's like, man, that's tough.
Man, that
You really
sucks.
think so?
But get in the fire pit.
Man,
You
hey
really
man, that
think so,
sucks,
man?
but unfortunately for you, I have a disdain and hatred towards all mortals, so get in the pit.
Wow, you really fell for that. That is something you indeed did.
Mm-hmm.
You should feel bad.
Alright. Well, welcome everyone. Hello. If I sound a little off, that's because I'm stoned. Unfortunately, we originally, by the sounds of it, planning not to have session. And unfortunately, Grumpy didn't get snow. So the DM is
dear.
about, I think, 9 hits now. To be fair, 3 of those are post being told we were having that everyone wanted a session. But to add on to this, to the very beginning of the session, just so it is on the record, so no one can state it wasn't stated. Cook wants it noted that he was against having session today. So it's now on the record. It's on the stream. It's at the very beginning. It's within the first 2 minutes and 18 seconds. But yeah. So welcome everybody. The DM is baked and the players are screwed. This is Monster Monday, the Monstrous 5, once known as The Light. We're still using that tagline because it's better for continuity on YouTube. But more often than not, Monsters 5 is probably a more accurate terminology now that they have given up on being the light of this world. Daka, however, I feel like is still trying.
What do you mean? We saved the world. What are you talking about?
One evil
When?
villain at a time, you collect them all. In one specific location. And you continue to make friends with every creature that's not a humanoid.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
They get us.
so last time we left off, fuck, I'm way too gone to remember most of what happened besides showing up here. I'm gonna pick around. Yeah, Chaston.
We went to recruit the dragon. We basically ignored any combat you had set up because the dragon heard us, and then Grumpy called him asking us the dragon. We went and talked to him. I called my mother, the Great Worm, to scare the shit out of him. She took his really cool item after clearing out the dungeon that was within said item that made him immortal. He forcefully got recruited. All of Daka's meat that he just bought from a guy he got a lord item from earlier got destroyed. He was slightly upset, but they didn't really say anything about it. And then the dragon sent us up with a flying carriage to go up to this castle dungeon thing to earn a storm giant as an ally, hopefully.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up. So the party had arrived. Their ship just hitting the dock, ready to get involved. And as they do so, coming off the ship and looking onto the large cloud reserve with trees kind of sticking out of the clouds, all with really brightly colored leaves that seem to shift and change as the wind blows through them. The bushes themselves carrying a plenitude of berries of different colors and sizes and shapes, none of which any of you have ever seen before. You see as I mentioned at the very beginning, 2 saber-tooths at the entrance prepared to attack as they see you lot. But having noticed as you look around, you see the large fenced-in area that blocks off the animals from the dock itself. As you look on, you can see that further on the forest seems to part with almost a trail-like-esque design, and miles on, you can see in the distance what looks to be some sort of small city in the distant clouds. But as you look about, you watch as one of the smaller saber-tooth kittens, kind of seeing a seagull landing on its cloud, jumps up and gets kind of excitedly and starts to kind of put its back down and starts to kind of watch the seagull as it prepares to pounce. And as it jumps on, you watch as its paws seem to glow for a little bit, causing the seagull to glow, and it just, with almost a screech as the seagull sounds as if it's panicking, falls through the cloud, and you don't hear it again as you lose track of the creature.
Did it seem to like freeze up when it got touched, or is it just fall through?
It just fell through.
Okay.
But the saber-tooths at the little gated fence seem to stare at you. Both of them seem to stand about 5 foot in height on all fours. Bright blue, fluffy fur with like a little bit of black and brown in there too. Almost have these spots that look like eyes, all dotted throughout their backs. Their paws being a bit more white in color. Their eyes being almost this crystal-esque blue. And the tips of the tails being covered in a very dark black fur that seems to be somewhat wet looking from this distance.
And how far away are they?
From you currently about 10 feet and behind a fence. They don't seem to want to jump the fence, though. As you look on, the fence itself is only 2 foot tall. They could clearly and easily walk over it if they so choose by the looks of it, but they don't seem to move.
Is there any signs?
Yes. Do any of you speak giant?
I do.
There is a sign off to the side that the dock that says, "All who enter who do not have the Cloud Giant Kingdom's permission will fall through."
Okay, I will relay that to the party.
Dog is
I
gonna
don't-
start standing on his rock again.
Starts.
I mean,
kind
I'm
of
floating. I have a flying carriage apparently, so I'm just kind of.
Yeah, I'm on the flying carriage.
We could just start flying through.
Well, we're gonna try and go get permission
Yeah, let's
How
go
do we
make
do that?
because we don't want to fall through if we ever get out off the rock.
Well, you
or-
know what? We're
or
already floating.
carriage.
Why would it matter?
If they knock you off,
I can't really fly.
No. My soul will come back to me. It's loyal.
you want to test that first?
Are you sure you want me to test that?
I don't, we got to make sure that if you fall off, you're not gonna just fall to the
My
ground
rock's
and
gonna
die.
fall with me.
Okay.
Well, as the horse's carriage, I'm going to start flying. Direct me, Tick Trick. Onwards. You're the spotter.
Okay. What do I see other than the fence and the two saber-tooths?
Goji, are you going? You're on the carriage with them, assumedly.
Yeah.
Okay. Doc, are you gonna stay behind at the dock, floating on your ship?
I mean, I'll be on my rock and I'll float next to him.
Floating on your rock, yeah, sorry. Oh, you're gonna follow them all. Okay. Alright, yeah, as you all kind of start floating away, everyone give me perception checks to see what you spot.
Okay. That's a 22.
14.
And
Man, you guys are... Oof, Goji. Well, Tick Trick... while the others continue to bask and enjoy the beautiful shimmering lights as the trees seem to almost glitter in the night sky, you kind of focusing your eyes looking and scouring for cities, you kind of start to focus in on a darker area that seems to have no trees around it. And you get rough shapes of square-like figures in the distance, but you're not 100% sure if it's a building or if it could be a really weird-shaped hill. You're just almost 100% sure that they are some sort of not natural conglomeration.
Oh. I'll point it out to the party, I guess.
Alright.
Want to go check that out, or
Yeah, I'll veer that
Oh.
way.
Okay.
only thing notable here?
As you continue to head that direction, looking on, yeah, there's really nothing else out in the sky. It's clouds. This is a bunch of clouds that have basically come together. There's no mountains. There's no hills. There's no real unique features as you look on, and as you start heading that direction more and more, it seems as if the figures you were staring at, Tictric, seem to get further away from you the closer you try to get.
Well, guess we can't get closer to them. You know what? I'm just gonna say it out loud. May we have your permission, Cloud Giants, to walk here?
Are you saying that comment or giant?
I'll say in giant.
Let me see something. Let's do. You get no response as you shout this out into the night sky with the expectation of something to respond. You all just see as Tictric just kind of turns his head to the sky and starts shouting in a very almost dwarven-like dialect, but a lot more grunts and a lot deeper voice. It echoes throughout the skies, and nothing seems to happen.
Who are you yelling to?
Maybe the Cloud Giants would have heard me. I don't know. That's what I was trying to go off of. Guess they
All the way
didn't.
out here? Well, I
Yeah,
guess
hey.
it wasn't a bad idea, but still.
I mean, we can see if it works.
I mean, like, I can slowly lower my foot until it reaches the cloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, as you scour above, you start to see something like this as conglomerated together. You look down, you can see rivers kind of flowing through the clouds in little areas that look to have been set up with supplies or other such things, but nothing shows any signs of civilization. Yes, processing.
Oh, dungeon?
So you said we see this in the sky, like just
Yeah,
appearing?
beneath you.
Beneath you. Okay.
I'll see if I can land on it.
Pretty pulls out the edges.
Alright. Where would you like to try and land?
What are we close to? Which section of this thing?
So you are up in the top right where you can see the big conglomerate of what looks to be a large lake starting to form with dense trees all around it and a lot of foliage.
Yeah, I'd like to not land in a lake, so
Fair.
find the nearest solid ground that I can get to.
Alright, as you start heading off to the west, going towards what you see is a building that has somewhat shabbily put together with more like driftwood and a couple of stones that have been set aside. The roof of it completely blown away, if there was ever one. You can see down below dust, what looks to be cobwebs, barrels that have been shattered and destroyed quite long ago, but no signs of life. As you start to slowly lower yourself down, the ship goes, or the carriage goes to kind of touch down with its wheels and immediately sinks through, causing the carriage to slightly dip. You watch as the whole carriage starts to glow, and it starts to pull through the entirety of the carriage. It's just starting to fall as the weight gets heavier and heavier.
Try and lift it up if you can, or maybe just about. Is it magical?
You don't know.
Gotta try and find out.
Roll. You can roll Arcana to see if you can recognize if it's a spell or something.
Oh, I'm good at Arcana. Can I attempt as well?
Sure. I will say the ship will continue to sink the more checks you make.
That's a 28.
Okay.
21 for me.
You neither of you recognize this magic. If
But it is magic.
If it is magic, you're not sure. You've never seen a spell that just upon touch suddenly makes something heavier or denser.
Well, actually, I did because that fucking what's it called? The Giants record that fucking started crushed me.
Mm-hmm. So
That's stupid.
Similar effect to that, but you're not sure if it's identical.
So my feet landed, right, and I'm fine.
No, you are all being still in the carriage minus Daka, who is floating on his rock. The carriage is starting to slowly sink into the clouds. It's getting heavier, and you can feel it starting to pull more and more back.
Try and lift it up, I guess.
Are you going to jump off?
I have to get out first and see if I don't fall. I can attempt. Let's see. Let's tap my foot to the floor outside the carriage. Do I sink through?
Give me a let's say an investigation check.
I have a +1.
Better than me.
That's a 12.
What was that, Goji?
I said it's better than me. I got a 0.
There you go, yeah. You tap your foot and you feel your body starts to get heavier and the entirety of the wagon starts to sink even faster, or carriage. You now have 2 rounds left before the carriage will fall through into the clouds from what you can tell. You all do see, though, Sieko is also starting to glow a almost slight bluish color.
Stop glowing. It's weird.
Hmm.
You say that like I can control it.
You know you could glow.
I just wanted to go through the dungeon and fight things.
We can't do that if we can't land.
Nonsense.
Well, Daka, can we get on your rock before we all plummet to our deaths?
I will try and fly.
I
One
don't
more
know if
action.
I would,
I would like to try and fly.
With your wings?
Yes.
Alright, give me an athletics check.
All right. 23.
You, although your wings are still sore and as they don't get much use, the muscles are very much relaxed. It's painful, but you eventually get the enough flapping going, get some wind underneath you, and you pull yourself off the thing. And almost immediately you start to feel weight pulling you down slightly.
I didn't touch the clouds. Am I
Correct.
glowing?
You are not glowing.
I'm jumping for Daka's rock.
Alright, give me an acrobatics, and, Daka, give me a, let's say, perception and then dexterity saving throw.
Perception.
17, okay.
So you might want to try this magic just in case.
Okay.
And as for a dex saving throw, that's a 5.
As Goji grabs onto the rock, Daka suddenly kind of finding himself unbalanced by the unexpected jump, causes Daka to fall backwards and fall onto the cloud and start to sink through as he starts to glow, and his rock immediately deactivates and Goji falls into the cloud as well.
Yeah.
As you both now are starting to sink. You both have 2 or 3 actions left. Sieko has 2. The wagon has 0 as it falls through.
I'm gonna get back on my rock, that's for sure.
You are laying flat on your back, Daka, in the clouds. It's soft, very soft. Goji on his stomach, and Sieko, you're just standing slowly sinking through, while Tiktrick is somewhat just barely being able to keep himself right above the cloud.
If I try and get a little height, does it get less heavy?
The harder and higher you flap, the heavier it seems to get.
Okay.
What was, who else said something?
I was gonna see if I could get back to my rock.
If you're gonna try, it'll be an athletics check to swim for it.
Sure.
Because I don't think there's a swimming check in 5e.
Natural 20 for a 31.
Yeah, you crawl, you manage, for some reason, you all watch Daka, almost like a
he's an
natural
expert.
fish out of the water, as if he's done this before. Just starts like one arm over the other, starts getting the strokes in, and swims to his rock and grabs hold of it.
So remember that time when I said I met the fire giant lady? Well, I met this cloud giant person too. He took me up to one of his places once. It happened before.
No, Daka is still sinking. He's just sinking while holding onto his rock.
Oh, actually,
This is a
you
countermeasure.
said my vault would lock in place when I open it.
Correct.
I'm just gonna open it and get in my vault.
Give me a second. As you go, give me a perception or arcana. You will get different answers depending on what you roll.
Well, to be honest, I'm a lot better at Arcana.
Okay.
Although that's a terrible roll of an 11. I got a 2.
You watch, you notice and feel someone is near, close enough by, and they are about to cast either counterspell or dispel magic on your item.
60 feet
Can-
away. I'm looking around.
Can you not, please?
You don't see this, Tictric. You don't. Sieko just shouts out, "Can you not, please?" And nothing. No one says anything
I'd
back.
like to look
Oh,
around.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if crawling on the ground made you uncomfortable, Sieko. My apologies.
I'd really rather whoever that is to not dispel my item. I kind of need this. I just don't want to fall.
At that mention, Tictric, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. I'd probably have to be 60 feet away. 26.
You don't see them.
I have seen invisibility up, if that matters.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't see anything
Okay.
as you look.
I don't
about.
see anything.
Oh my lord. That's not gonna help us!
It's not gonna make things worse, in all fairness, either. You're flying. You're currently sinking through a cloud, floating hundreds of feet in the air right now.
With my
Guaranteed
rock-
death if you land.
Well,
With my rock, am I able to start hovering up again?
As you try, your rock doesn't. This seems to continue to glow alongside you and continues to sink. By the way, Sieko, you are starting. You are now one round away from falling through.
I mean, it's not even gonna hurt me. It's just gonna be an inconvenience.
Yep.
It's just gonna be annoying.
Are you gonna let yourself drop?
I mean, I can't do anything. If they're gonna, I don't want them to turn off the vault, so I'm not even gonna bother opening
You
it.
know what?
Maybe
Think
just try Dispel
light
Magic.
Thoughts. If you think
Magic.
heavy thoughts, you'll be
I'll
heavy.
cast dispel magic. There's no harm in trying.
You're gonna cast Dispel Magic on what?
I have
You can
one.
affect an area.
Let me make a call. Do I do the area or myself?
Dispel the
Maybe-
cloud.
Try the area, I guess, yeah.
Fuck it, dispel the cloud.
Now I want to confirm because that you say this just to make sure this is confirmed. You wish to dispel magic at the cloud that you're currently sinking into.
This
Correct.
is what the party said to do. Yes.
No, I'm asking, is this what you are wanting to do? Please confirm. Okay. As you all watch as the cloud around you seems to glow for a minute and then pop, and you all start just dropping out of the air. Tictric, your wings seem to almost get more pressure on as it's being shoved down harder. You can give me a strength
yeah.
save if you'd like to try and resist.
I'm gonna follow it, just glide with it.
It's time to surf these clouds, dude!
Yeah, as you all go gliding down, you've all got 3 rounds of combat before you will hit the ground and, well, most die. So we're just gonna go from top to bottom, make this real easy without initiative. Sieko.
Who's nearest to me?
Well, Goji and Hawken are about 30 feet above
Hawken?
you. Or, sorry.
Hawken's a lot
Look at
bigger.
his back!
Goji and Daka are about 30 feet above you. Tictric is another about, is a total of 40.
It's still, I'm in controlled flight, though. correct?
Yes, correct. Well,
Because if I can
control
somewhat-
is a unique word, but yes, you are currently flying of your own decision. Let's go with that. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I have every cantrip. I want. If I can pull someone to me, I can take most of their impact. I just
think-
need to pull someone.
Are they still glowing, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The rock's not gonna work, probably.
I'd like to try to get to Goji.
All right. Give me a let's say athletics at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you're gonna be trying to swim through the air.
But it's a 19.
Jesus. As you start to really pull yourself, like trying to push the air around you, it managed with the force you put behind it. You managed to put yourself right underneath Goji. Goji's still 20 feet above you, but you are now underneath him. Going upwards is a lot harder than going side to side, as mentioned, or going down. It's kind of hard to float and fly in the sky, so just as mentioned to keep that clear.
No, yeah,
Alright.
that's no.
All right, there's your action. Goji, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm glowing.
Yes, blue.
I'd like to note for your benefit, Caleb, Sieko is holding his arms out to you as if trying to grab you.
Come here, child.
Goji will attempt his best to get closer to Sieko, whether that means diving down and becoming more aerodynamic,
Uh-huh.
closing in his arms and legs.
Okay.
You get that swimmer
Holding.
dive. Let's get
As
it.
as you pull your arms and legs in, allowing your body to become more like a dart, you start to speed up past Daka, and nosedive straight into Sieko's chest. All right. That'll be your action then for that. Actually, because I won't make you since it's going downwards. Daka, you're up.
So, my rock is currently unable to fly at the moment.
Yes, it is glowing blue, alongside you.
Ooh. My rock is very lucky at the moment.
Are
If
we?
I stand on it, more luck will come. I will
But
be
we're-
fine.
But we're blue, so would we not also be
Exactly. We are going to be extremely lucky. As is the orc color scheme.
So Daka's gonna try and climb on his rock
I
and
am-
surf.
Now,
Yes.
I want to here. Dog, it sounds like he truly believes this. So,
It is the color scheme that I go by.
All right. Daka, give me a, let's just say athletics to see if you can get the board underneath you.
26.
All right, yeah, as holding onto the board, you start to really push it down. Rocks aren't aerodynamic, it turns out, and this really shocks you as it's more like it's a lot of wind pushing up on it, which is also causing you to decelerate. As you climb on top of it, you start basically surfing your way down to the ground, almost air skating, if you will. You all start to hear music kick up behind Daka as surfing tunes just start kicking off as he is going down. The air splitting around his hands as he just surfs his way down through. Pretty much, yeah. All right. Tiktrick, you're up.
Well, can I look up? Is there anything watching us as we're following?
Give me a perception
Curious.
check. You can look up.
26.
God damn it. Fucking rolls tonight.
Yeah.
As you look up, you see a very large blue face that has kind of formed from the clouds around it. A long blue beard that seems to spark on occasion where you see lightning and can hear and feel the thunder rumbling through the air. And the glowing yellow eyes that seem to almost have constant bolts of electricity shooting through them seems to be now pushing a hand that slowly is forming from the clouds as it's almost shoving you all down with an invisible force.
Why? I'm gonna ask why and how do we get permission in Giant?
You hear nothing.
That's a dick move, bro.
All right, back up to the top of the order. Sieko.
I have a cantrip that can save Goji.
Uh-huh.
So I'm reading Gust.
Yes.
It does not specify a limited amount of error. The only requirement is medium or smaller, which I believe Goji's medium.
Yes, Goji is medium.
Okay.
But I could technically, Caleb, once we're almost to the ground, I could completely stop your downward force. As long as you don't resist.
I will not resist. You'll just tell Goji what you're doing, and he will not resist.
Goji, believe in the power of my wind fist. Don't resist. And when I get closer to the ground, maybe like 100 or so feet out, I'll start to cast.
That will
'cause
be
I'm assuming,
next round.
Yeah. So I'm holding for next round to cast them.
All right. Goshi, is there anything you'd like to do?
In response to this, okay, just don't hurt me, and prepare for this inevitable either death or gust of wind to take me up and slow me down.
Camera zooms into Goji, tensing his entire body. Everything gets clamped down and is prepared. All right. Daka?
Surf's up!
He's just going.
The wind seems to start to slowly become more and more wet around Daka, as if almost a mist forms around his body. Really annoying the shit out of you, Tick Trick, as it just starts to smack you in the face.
Stop, please,
with
what the
cold water. As Daka's having the time of his life staring down.
There's a face. There's a face in the sky.
Rain smacking you in the face, cold, wet, hard. Yeah, there you go.
He's pushing a step. No, get this water in my face. What the?
You don't even see any clouds around you or any sort of form of moisture.
Where's this coming from?
And that was the moment.
There's like a trail just coming off the rock.
That was the moment you realized Daka sweats an awful lot when he's in the sky.
Oh no!
Yeah, didn't you? I mean, it's
Very
salty,
hot,
right?
though.
It's salt water.
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
warm, man.
stinks.
All right, Daka, is there any actions you'd actually like to take during, or is that you just want your mist effect to go on?
You know what? That's what we'll do. I got. You know what? I'll dash.
Okay.
Just to go even quicker.
Oh no!
You see him start to like lean into the board, more sweat smacking you in the face, Tick Trick, as it kind of expands. As he continues going, he starts to catch up to Goji and Sieko coming to the same level as he's like at this point aiming to go down further and faster. Goji, as you stare down, you stare at the very deep ocean in front of you. At the angle you're going, you'd guess you're gonna be, well, good few miles off the edge of the shore.
Oh, that's actually not good for Sieko.
No, it's not. It's about to be even worse. Because Sieko knows exactly why that's bad. Alright, Tick Trick.
Do I see the cart?
You do as it splashes into the water.
Is it floating?
That
doesn't really help much.
It does float for a moment and start to sink. In the moments as you're falling, still covered in Daka sweat. By the way, for the next, until you take your next bath, you now have advantage on all scent hiding checks for Thrycreen.
Okay.
You're welcome.
No one's gonna
Thank
be able to
you.
tell you're a Thrycreen until you bathe next.
Very nice.
By smell, at least.
Man,
I got you, bro.
yeah. This is not good. What we call not a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me.
You all wanted to play with a baked dungeon master. This is what you get.
I'm having the time of my life.
Oh.
That's smart,
don't-
Koji.
Can't think of a way.
Until you realize that by holding your breath, you're just increasing the impact area, and it's gonna fucking hurt even worse. It's actually told that you're supposed to exhale all of your breath before you hit the water, if you can.
Gotta go pencil.
Yep. Also, clench your cheeks, because the water will go all the way from ass to mouth if you're not careful. And yes,
yeah.
it will kill you.
Bowel cleaning
The last one you'll ever need.
will be clean.
You know what? I'm gonna try this for the first time. I'd like to I don't know how to. He doesn't know how to do this. He's gonna. I don't know. I think he's seen Daka pray and stuff. Pray to Terra to help Sieko not plummet to the bottom of the ocean.
Give me a religion check.
Alright. That's a 10.
Give me a minute, I'm thinking here. You suddenly hear the voice in your head go, "Well, aren't you up shit creek?" And then Sieko, you suddenly turn a bright blue from your purple scaled color, your typical purple scaled color.
What?
And that's all that happens as the voice fades away, Tick Trick, and the presence leaves you.
We're apparently in Shit's Creek, guys. Apparently, I don't
Why
know.
the fuck am I a different color?
I don't know. I tried to help you.
Are you sure you're not a chameleon?
What happened to the blue that he was originally from the clouds?
It's still glowing blue. Yeah, he's still glowing blue.
He's even more blue. Hey, Daka, he's even luckier.
Back up to the top though. Sieko,
You said I
this
could
is your
use
last round before you're gonna hit the water, and in total take 10d20 worth of force damage.
Well, none, but yeah. You
This
said we
is-
could see the miles out, right?
Yeah.
I have the ring cast teleport.
On you and Goji?
They're-
It doesn't
they're
have
connected.
the others. It's only 10 feet out.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Teleport can only grab people at 10 feet out. I can't reach the others.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
Well,
only
yeah.
you and Goji.
Because it's me, Goji.
Alright. As Daka, as you're going forward faster and faster, you look to your right, you see Sieko for a moment, and then he's in the blink of an eye gone.
That's fine. I winked at him.
I like to imagine right before I hit the water, instead of making a splash, we just fizzle into nothing.
Yeah.
Ah,
As you continue down, Sieko, your body, you could feel the mist on your body, or maybe that's more Daka sweat. At this point, you're not sure.
I
yes.
am hugging Goji to take most of the impact for him.
You won't take any impact with the teleportation.
Oh, that's
Teleport
good.
does,
Your
teleport does like
velocity-
Goji!
Yeah, your velocity would be immediately stopped.
Oh, sick.
Goji, you clamp up, holding into embracing Sieko with all you can, staring at the water and staring at the big fucking fish waiting for you as you land in the water. And as you feel the water smacking against your face, immediately you squeeze harder onto Sieko and you find yourself on the shore suddenly. What would you like to do for your one action?
I told you to believe in me.
So the entire thought process, mind you, of falling, Goji would have spent the time praying to at least one of the Sigma dragons, saying,
oh god.
"My name is Goji. My name is Goji, and I will live a long life, and I want to keep living." And it teleports, just really fast, mumbling to himself in Draconic. And as he realizes he's landed, just opens one eye slowly.
You're just hugging Sieko, who's like patting you on the back very lightly. It's like, we did it.
Are we dead?
No. I moved us ashore.
Oh,
Big gust.
okay. Slowly, I'll ease up on him. I won't be hugging him so hard.
Yeah, now we just get to hang out on the shore while we see what the others do, because I can't do anything for them.
God damn it, give me a minute.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Daka. As you wink, sweat embracing across your eye, flying off you, the wind in your hair. You see the water, the impact, and then you see a large dark shadow in the water right in front of you. What are you gonna do?
Don't worry, I have a plan. I am going to essentially use myself like a skipping stone across the ocean.
So you're
to
gonna
safety.
tilt the rock up so that way it starts to skip?
Yeah,
Hey,
you know
nice.
how like you know how like when people do skateboarding, they'll kind of like they'll hold the edge and start spinning around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I respect the thought process, Hunter. I really do.
All right, let's do a dex save to see if you can hold on to the rock. I'll say a strength save because you're using your hand to pull the rock up.
Yeah.
Give me a second. My mouse's battery just died. I gotta replace it, and then I'll make that roll.
All right, I guess next person while we wait for him.
Oh no, give him a
You
minute.
going?
Give me a minute.
Oh my
I'll say,
goodness.
take make his call while he's waiting.
It also gives Grumpy a second to think.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's your?
I'm fine. I'm flying.
He's got a point. He is flying.
I'm in controlled flight, like
Alright.
I was told.
You gotta fly a few miles over to where we just went.
True.
You got a bit of a trip to make.
We'll start going that way.
All right. So what's the roll?
Strength saving throw.
All right.
Since you're holding on to the rock.
Natural 20 for a 31.
Jesus fucking Christ with that 30. Alright. Yeah, as you grab onto the rock, pulling it upwards, you start to skid across, smacking something
Oh,
hefty as you kind of skip over and start jumping away. Your rock starts to, after about a half a mile, finally comes to a slow and starts to just kind of float on its own, just right above the water.
Now I will give you an image on how I imagine this looking.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
nice.
And I just imagine the music just comes to like a very climactic end.
Now, wow.
I will
Now it's like a
follow.
really.
I'll follow after Daka, so he's down low.
Alright. Yeah, as you start to slowly fly down, you see the giant immediately as it kind of slowly pops up and swallows the wagon or the carriage in one whole. These giant whiskered fish with what looks to be like grayish coloring to it and little spikes all over it. Two long whiskers that seem to kind of come out of into the sky, and it seems to go back under the water and swim away.
They look injured.
No, not in the slightest. Well, you did see a little bump on its lip that looks like it was starting to cause the lip to swell. So Daka clipped the thing's mouth and gave it a fat lip as it swam away. But yeah, as you start to fly over Tick-Trick, you finally feel the pressure on your back slowly starts to kind of fade away as the rest of the party stops glowing blue. Noting that Sieko is still blue colored.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I wonder if she's gained water breathing.
Probably, maybe.
By permanent water breathing, that'd be fucking hilarious.
You can
Right.
test it out. You're right next to the water, right?
Fuck it. Can I go dunk my head in the water and find out?
Yeah.
I gotta see what the blue means. Hold on.
You shout as Daka and Tick-Trick start to slowly head back to the shore in the general direction. Sieko, walking up to the beach water, shoves his head into it. As it comes up, nothing happens. Your head gets wet. It's kind of cold.
Oh, he's trying to see if he breathe water.
Oh, are you trying to? Oh, okay. My bad. I missed that part.
Blue is like water breathing.
You kind of climb. You start to climb back further out to where it comes up to your knees, and you just kind of lean forward, shoving your face under the water. And how are you going to test if you can breathe underwater? I'm curious.
Look, if I put my head in the water and take an inhale, worst case I gotta spit out some salt water.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a con check.
Con check, con save.
Con check.
Okay. That's 12.
You put your head in, start to breathe in, immediately realize you can't breathe underwater. Drink the water. While water is fresh, the salt from the beach definitely is as a couple get in and cause you to start coughing as you come up.
Right,
Can
all Ultium's oceans are freshwater.
Yep, all bodies of water in my world
forgot about
on
that.
the above
But yeah.
ground is mostly freshwater.
Can confirm the blue was not to help me. Okay.
Maybe it would have made you taste bad against the fish. I don't know.
No. Sieko doesn't like blue. Back
Daka,
up.
I think that was Tara that did that. Could you ask? You seem closer to them. Do you ask them what they did?
She made Sieko blue, which made him lucky, which made him live. Simple as.
I think so. That might have been what, because you
Purple was
naturally
bad.
moved.
The fish wouldn't have seen me if I was purple still.
Yeah, that's fair.
As
Maybe
you-
you need luck more than you needed sneaky.
As you lot start to kind of slowly find yourselves climbing onto back to the shore, floating and flying your way back to the shore. There we go. You start to. Well, everyone actually give me a perception check. Let's keep it easy.
All right. 13. Not that good.
I like how he got 2 natural 20s today so far.
Yeah.
25.
Don't jinx it.
15.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got a 4. I see nothing.
Okay.
You put the blindfold back on.
No, I'm busy with the water.
Goji got a 25.
All right. So Goji is the only one who catches this. I'm gonna message you something.
So guys, there was a giant face in the sky pushing us down.
Why would a face do that?
I
Well, he
don't
wasn't-
know. I asked them. They didn't answer.
Well, he wasn't very nice then.
Now I know.
Was he making a frowny?
Was he frowning?
No.
He wasn't frowning.
Smile?
I don't know.
I asked because humans smile a lot when they're happy and frown when they're not.
But we ain't dealing with humans.
Yeah, it looked like a storm face.
So the face might be the least of our worries right now.
What?
I'm gonna point up to the blackened beast now falling towards us.
As you all look up, you see a winged beast that seems to be on its own, It's just its physical body is big enough to probably put Dragon's Gate to shame for its size.
Hey, what the fuck?
This dragon that seems to now look and shape itself like a massive creature. The wings blot off the sun. You watch as the entirety of the continent almost goes pitch black from the darkness as this creature comes flying down towards
I wonder
you.
if they know who Spit Up is.
Maybe.
Fuck you, Cook!
Doctor, for the love of God, please don't insult the Sigma Dragon.
Okay.
What? Sigma Dragon? What? Is it? Is
Goji
it?
sees
Does it look like it's
Dragon.
going to hurt us?
So, DM, at a glance, how far would I have to run to not get landed on?
As you all look about with with Goshi's perception, the wings are covering the continent. You're not sure there's anywhere you can get away from this creature when it lands.
Oh.
Embrace the suck, gentlemen.
What?
You suddenly see as the creature changes mid-sky and this massive dark black wing, what almost is the equivalent of the size of a solar dragon, suddenly disappears in a blink of a light, and then something small starts to be coming towards you, Goji, as you stare
that's a little
off.
better.
Very small. Continues to get closer.
I will hold out my hands to catch it.
I swear, if
I
Goji
don't have
becomes
enough
the
dice
next
for this.
champion of
Oh.
no.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching it.
I don't have enough dice for this.
Step away. I'm a step away. I know small creatures can be dense. I understand that. I'm
Can
not
I
out.
stop Goji from trying to catch the thing?
I rolled the dice.
Okay.
You know, with my wisdom, I can totally step away, right?
But you
As-
haven't said the outcome yet.
As you all start to back up, getting away from Goji, Goji looking about, somewhat confused at this. What'd you say, Goji, at there?
No, I was saying that to you, DM.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I said that while you may have rolled the dice, you haven't said the outcome yet.
True. That is true. I haven't.
They
Someone gonna
intervene.
try and save Goji, or are you all gonna let him die in a minute?
I'll
I'm
try
out
to
of the way.
grab him, pull him out of the way. Fuck it.
All right. As you pull, Daka, are you gonna move, or are you just gonna stay where you are?
I mean, I'll move out of the trajectory.
Okay.
I'll also do that.
Okay. So you all start to give a wide berth. This creature comes slamming into the ground, bolt at speeds that none of you catch, as it almost leaves an impact that causes the entirety of the continent to start to shake slightly. The water pushes far away, causing it to pull away from the shores as
uh-oh.
it forced away. The water pulls for miles away, and you see the fish even get caught up in the water pulling away as it finds itself beached down on the ground. As out walks out of this massive, now blackened crater where sand once was, a simple high elven woman with black hair, black eyes, blackened skin, and covered in head to toe in dark scale mail.
You know, on the bright side, for just a second, Sayako could see the entire continent.
Yeah. She comes out wearing looking with this high elven features, tall pointed ears, roughly about 6 foot, roughly 4 or 5-ish. You're not 100% sure. As her hair standing up kind of gives her height a little bit of a variation. Long black hair that seems to be all balled up into what looks to be some sort of crown that it's wound between. Each finger covered in rings with runes on them of spells none of you've ever seen before, but Eyes of the Runekeeper, Tickdrick.
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't? Never mind.
On character.
Thought you did. Alright, never mind. But yeah, as you see the rings with runes all marking around them, her just head to toe covered in magical items. She kind of looks about as she kind of steps out with her boots. The boots immediately break apart and her clawed feet kind of come out. And she looks at you guys and goes, "Who summoned me? I was in the middle of a very nice nap. Something woke me up that had a lot of fiendish energy. Which one of you is a fiend?"
The one's the fiend's not here right now.
Sayako raises hands and steps back. I'm definitely not a fiend.
I'm not a fiend. How do they rank on like the field of power? that emanates from them compared to the things we've
I would
met?
probably say it's on the scale of yes.
Identical, if not a little bit more powerful than the dragon from the mountain, or the red orc from the mountain that you met.
Okay.
The one
Okay,
that you
good to
were
know.
scared shitless of as a
Right.
Apex Predator style character.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
She looks at you and kind of puts her hands to her face and taps her long nails and goes, "I don't see a right. Why not?"
I've always wanted to ask it. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
I'm gonna bow
she's
immediately. Like, I'm doing
kinda-
on the
As
That-
Goji bows, she walks over to Daka and tapping her fingers across his chest, over his shoulders, and then onto the back of his head. She grabbed hold of your head, Daka, and you can feel she's got some strong hands. She's not trying to hurt you by any means, but you do feel that she's got a bit of strength behind her as she grabs hold. And you hear in your ear and whispered in your native tongue, "Aren't you sweet? But I'm a little bit of about 2 millennia too old for you." And
I
she
understand.
turns as she lets Daka go, patting him on the shoulder. Daka, you suddenly feel your strength increase by 1.
Nice.
And she kind of turns about and looks at you and goes, "I'm going to guess the one who's bowing summoned me." And she looks to
I don't know,
Goji.
probably.
Is this not proper greeting when meeting something stronger than me or dragon?
Usually it's
I
a
assume.
good way to get eaten, but if that was your intention, I'm more than happy to oblige.
I assume you are a Sigma dragon.
I
My-
am many things. Her eyes start to settle on you, Goji, and you feel slightly unnerved.
I will raise my head to look at her.
Okay.
Do forgive me for disturbing your nap. Not my intention. Was making a prayer in hopes of survival, as we very rudely were removed from a place we wanted to be because we wanted to make a friend. Right? Is that the term, Sieko? Friend?
Friend, ally. Yes.
Yes, we wanted a friend.
And you thought it would be a good idea to bring one of the creatures. It's one of the most powerful creatures in this existence, creatures that have questioned gods and survived. Smart. No, I can respect that. It's ballsy, if anything. It truly shows your capabilities as a warrior to put your life and your entire party's life on the line and the chance that you would have been killed by me immediately. I can respect the willingness to sacrifice your party for your own safety. But I recommend in the future you trust in your companions. The next dragon may be a little less kind. There is one that if you wake up, well, he does have a thing for orcs and thrycreen for treats, so keep that in
thanks.
mind.
How do we avoid them?
Don't
Other
sure.
orcs do taste pretty good. I mean, I can't lie. It's fair.
She giggles at that and goes, "Truly, my advice is do not summon other dragons, but that one, he has something unique about him," as she kind of looks over, or nods her head towards Goji. He apparently is capable of waking dragons far more powerful than him from their sleep.
I knew a guy like that once. Similar.
The only other person I knew was my brother Durmar's capabilities to do that.
Yeah, that's the guy I do.
She looks at you and goes, wait, are you the idiots who were traveling with Durmar when he got himself killed?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was before me. I don't know him.
She looks
Yeah.
about and goes, "Oh,
He's missing currently. Apparently,
no,
he's not dead.
not. He's not missing currently. He's retiring for the time being because he's old. Apparently,
that
he
old.
got a fireball to the face, and suddenly his memories came back in the last second as his body was eviscerating. He saved himself. Lucky bastard."
If she's calling Duramar old,
I still haven't been able to break into his safe, though, unfortunately. Once I can find that damn thing, I can finally get back what he has on me. And all the other damn dragons he's collected information on.
Yeah. I might know a location of something like that.
Oh, yeah, of course you do. I'm not interested in your mortal games, so you can piss off with your fake information. I'm not paying you for it. Your payment is you get to live today. That's what you all get.
Sounds good.
And she looks about and she goes, "Now I tire of dealing with you lot. It's about 1,000 years too early for me to wake up from my nap. Oh, free advice. Don't go south. There's a lot of magic being thrown around down there. They seem pretty angry." And she starts to grow. She pops out two small wings that seem to be more draconic-like compared to Tictrix, and just starts flying away. With one swoop of her wings, she skyrockets, causing the air around you guys to flutter, causing a couple of you to get slightly pushed back, but not move.
Doc is gonna do like the call me, like a little finger thing.
Daka sees a single black scale slowly float its way down to the ground. Right in front of
There
him.
we go. I'll grab it.
Alright. You can add a single ancient dragon scale to your other possessions.
Nice. Good job.
And now as you all stand on the shore of somewhere you're not familiar with, you look on and see a giant wave of water in the distance coming
Yep,
this
it's going
way.
here. Yep.
Well, guys,
Let's get it moving.
It appears that it's time for me to take my rock and elevate.
Yeah, you gotta, Shaker, you gonna carry Goji?
Yeah, I am. I throw Goji on my back and we're doing this.
And Tictric, are you going to try and fly to keep up with the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Alright.
is my flying faster than me walking?
Yes. In this situation, it will be. Because you won't be impeded by terrain. Daka, are you going to turn and go surf, or are you going with the party?
You know what? Surf's up too!
Alright. As you all start running back, heading towards your own stronghold and getting as far away from the shore as possible, Daka immediately looks on at you for a moment, nods his head in acceptance of what he's about to do, and turns the rock around as he looks up at the giant wave coming his way.
I
It is
salute
now
him.
25 stories high. And it's only getting bigger from this distance.
It's high tide!
For the sake of it, Daka, give me a strength and athletics check. The strength is to see if you manage to stay on your rock during the swim. The athletics is to see if you do it with style.
Natural 20 for a 27.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Strength check.
Alright, and athletics for style?
Come on.
A 20 in style.
Alright. Daka, you following up the wave continues to get bigger. You thought it was only 25 stories. It's far larger. Dwarfing even the mountains close to your little mine shaft that you guys have set up. You get onto your rock, telling it to, or immediately activating it to a surfboard-like motion, and start hand in the water, start surfing as a giant shark starts chasing you through the wave as it starts to get closer and closer to the shore. Eventually, the wave curling over as Daka would comes out of the side of it, flying into the air. The shark tries to keep up, biting at you in the middle of the air and flying back into the water. Into water far too shallow for it as the wave continues to go forward and ends up hitting. You hear screams in the distance, the destruction of towns and buildings, cries of pain, metal and stone being crushed. And to you, Daka, it sounds all like cheers as you finish up your really cool trick.
I'm the best surfer in the world!
I'm gonna haste myself as I'm, we're going this way.
No, the party will outrun the wave, minus
okay.
Daka. Yeah, as you guys head back, and seeing the grove of trees that have been completely planted. This forest now spans the entirety of the central portion of this continent now. All the hills around the area have all been just completely covered in a wall of trees that have now become so thick that you can't traverse through unless you're on the inside. However, from the sky, while the canopy is thick, if you land, you could, as for you lot, you would know as you climb through the trees that you could easily come in from the sky. However, from the casual viewer flying over, would just see a very thick forest overhead. As you lot finally come back, getting your way through the entrance that Horv had mentioned, Daka coming and flying in, covered in sweat, water, fish, some seaweed hanging off his big toe, the rock completely washed out, the paint gone on it, it's just a gray rock now. Comes kind of landing into the water. Or landing into the center of the grove as you all reunite together in the center of this grove above, right in front of the lake. That is not actually a lake, but rather a cover to go further into the water. Bastion, nowhere to be seen still. And I think that is where we're going to wrap up for today. A little hour session, give the party some time, give them something to do. You guys will get an action each between sessions because you'll have a full day's rest. And, of course, we cannot forget the one thing everyone comes for, the Daka thoughts.
I actually got some today. I was paying attention. Fucking Goji! That's when, he knocked me off my fucking rock.
Fair.
We super lucky. Surf's up! Suck it, fish! Dragon Lady's kinda hot. Surf's Up Part 2! I am become Daka, tamer of waves.
Okay. I like... Alright. And that is the end of Daka Thoughts. If you'd like to own Daka Thoughts by the end of this campaign, we're going to have a short little thing where we're totally going to print it and send a copy out to people. So, keep that in mind if you're interested. At the very least, the DM is going to get a printed copy of this and made into a book. We thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys come Friday for some to-be-announced Season 2, where we figure out how not to die yet again. Thank you all, and we'll see you then.
It went pretty well.
Light session today, yeah.